love hanging out with comedians, and I love comedy. So much so though that I have to say that the comedian that I'm going to bring up to the stage first might be the only person that I have ever met who may love comedy more than I do. And never forget that about him, especially not in the course of the next 20 minutes. Because this guy loves comedy with all of his soul. So much so that he moved to a fantasy land called Portland. I don't know if you've heard of it. You can do comedy 5 or 6 times a night in that insane place, and he does, and he has a job. And he doesn't do anything else but do comedy. It is his heart and his soul and his very being, and his name is Nicky Moon. Please give it up for him.
Yay!
All right. Good to be back in Albuquerque. This is actually awesome. Some familiar faces in the crowd. Hi, Ryan. Thank you for coming. I've seen you in 2 years. A little awkward to be up here. How you doing?
Pretty good.
Okay, that's good. Okay, Ryan. All right, give it up for open source comedy right now. Give it up to yourselves.
Okay.
Now, round of applause. Who doesn't have any money? Yeah, me neither. We should not be out tonight. We should be at home making our own G&Ts. Drinking ourselves to death while saving money, and that's what I call living. Alright? I'm horrible with money. I have no money because I'm horrible with money. That's like pretty much my whole mantra, really. I just I was talking to I don't need so much like a financial wizard as I need just an actual wizard. I don't know. I can never save money. You know, I can't save money. I have no future money. All my money right now is right now money. I don't have any future money because I spent it all in the past. Past, present, future. I'm miserable regardless of time. There you go. Miserable regardless of time. I have an online bank account. I love my online bank account because it breaks down every bank transaction that I make for an entire month in a nice little pie chart. So I can actually see my alcoholism eating the rest of my life away. Like I know I have an alcohol problem because a very slurry Pac-Man's eating all my grocery money. I don't know. Not having any money, sometimes I'm walking places. Me walking places. Oh, I hate that. I hate it when I'm walking places and I see the city bus pass me while you're walking. That's like a shitty feeling. Like, who are all these upscale rich folk taking over the neighborhood? I don't like that. Sometimes I'm not only using the city bus, but sometimes I'm actually on my biking places. That's fine. You get exercise and everything, but I don't know, going from bar to bar on your bike as an attractive 26-year-old male, night after night. It's pretty much no sex guaranteed. It's just I'm on my bike. Logistically, it's just hard to take places. Unless you're willing to put my bike in your car and put me in your car, and then we go to your place and you can drive me back over here in the morning. Or if you actually just want to go to your place right now and wait 40 minutes for me to bike to you, we can fuck that way, baby! You know what I'm talking about, baby? I don't know. What makes that situation the absolute worst is when you actually do meet a woman that does want to take you back home with her, but when you get to the car, you realize that the car is too small for the bike to fit. Then it quickly becomes very transparent to how desperately you want to have sex by how hard you're trying to cram that bike in that car. It'll fit, I swear to God, I will make it fit. If we just ride with the rear passenger doors open the entire way there, we can do it. I don't like biking or like even like, well, I'm not a fan of walking. It's just too depressing. Like scenically, it's too depressing. Like I know there may be not a lot of this in Albuquerque, at least when I left, but in Portland, Oregon, like watching two homeless people make love on a sidewalk is just something you gotta live with. It's just something that happens. Oh, there you go. I don't like it. I don't like it when I see homeless people cuddling, much less having sex. Cuddling. Homeless people cuddling on my watch? I don't like that. I can't get anyone to cuddle with me, and I have a roof over my head. I don't know how these homeless people are doing it at all. I know they don't have a Tinder. I have a Tinder. I get matches on my Tinder. You know what that makes me feel like? The fact that I can get matches and not meet anyone in real life? That means that my face is better than my personality. Now that makes me feel? The fact that I can look at myself in the mirror and feel good about myself and at the same time know that it will never be enough? I don't know. I don't like that. Homeless people. I don't know. The only way I can sum up, like, maybe why homeless people are just, like, cuddling more than me is just the fact that they're, like, just really good in bed. maybe that's just all they got, you know? they just know how to go down on you. I'm envious. When I first started having sex, I was so bad. I was so bad at having sex when I first started. I gave women what I like to call reverse orgasms. Do you know what a reverse orgasm is? A reverse orgasm is when you make them inhale instead of exhale. Oh man. I think the trick to being like adequate in bed as a guy is like the same trick just to be an adequate dancer as a guy. You just have to like not come. That's it. This is an impression of me in high school. Dancing. Okay, Nicholas, you're doing good. Doing good. You're working your way through this. Ah! Hold it back. You guys remember them high school dances? I'm actually like a pretty strategic dater, I would have to say. I take a lot of pride. In fact, I don't even call it dating. What I do is not dating. It's scheming. I scheme my way into your bed. And I'm not ashamed to call it that at all. I'm not ashamed to call it scheming at all. Scheming is just part of who I am. And I'm very proud of my scheming. I'm very proud of it. It takes a lot. I mean, this shit is chess. It ain't checkers. I always have to be thinking ahead, always. In fact, I have no problem whatsoever waiting 5 years for a one-night stand. Like, that's how dangerous I am. I have no problem playing the long game for the short-term gain. I have a 5-step plan in how I do it, too. Step 1, establish friendship. Step 2, wait. Step 3, watch other loves come and go throughout her life. Step 4, wait some more. Step 5, make your move. Make your move. Hopefully in 5 years you're still not working at Walgreens. Make your move. You gotta make your move on step 5. You gotta make your move. Sometimes step 5 doesn't always work, you know. Sometimes you make your move on step 5 and it doesn't work out. And you end up just kind of losing a friend in the process. And that always sucks. Which is why step 6, reestablish friendship. Step 7, wait some more. I can't lose. You know that scene like in the first Terminator where like you think Arnold Schwarzenegger's dead, like in the semi-truck, and he just rises from the ashes and just keeps on going anyways? It's my dating life. That's it. That's all it is. I be relentless. Ladies! Try to feel confident about yourself when you just don't feel confident like at your work. Like I work in a photo lab. When I first started working in the photo lab, they told us like right from the start that we had to be on the lookout for child pornography, and we had to report it if we ever do see it. But that kind of puts us like in an awkward situation, you know, because the majority of the pictures that you get when you work in a photo lab are all naked babies. Yeah. Like we're just getting naked baby pictures. So then our job has to be to decide which naked baby pictures are taken for sexual intention or not. And how do I do that if I'm not a pedophile? Like I can't decide who the sexy babies are and who the unsexy babies are. My worst fear is to report something that's not actually graphic. Like, no, Nicholas, this is clearly just a mother giving her child a bath. Well, that looks like pornography to me. I want to be that baby. Goo goo gaga. Put that in the report. Goo goo gaga. Got that? I don't know. I'm not a fan of babies. That's about it. That's all I got. Not a fan of babies. I don't know. I'm just, you know, I think of, like, to me, abortion is not abortion. To me, abortion is just successfully averting an alternative timeline. That's how I do it. And whenever I have sex with a woman, I literally pray to God that she's banging another guy in the same week that she's banging me. I just want someone there with me to split that abortion fee with. Like, listen, bro, we ain't got no beef between us. In fact, we don't even need a DNA test. But if we just split this thing right down the middle, no one's going to have to front the bill alone on this bad boy. And if she's banging 3 guys in the same week, that's an abortion cut 3 different ways. Baby. We gotta get rid of the baby now. At these prices? It'd be stupid not to. It's unbeatable abortion prices, babe. Unbeatable. Unbeatable abortion prices. I feel like pretty confident in like my sexuality. That's not to say that I haven't done gay acts. I have. Like a year and a half ago, I made out with a guy. I'm proud that I did it. Turns out it's just not for me, but I'm glad I did it, you know? It's just like that sushi that, like, that you gotta try, but... When I was 7 years old, I sucked my first dick for the first time. But it was another 7-year-old, you know, so it was just, you know, just boys being boys. You didn't know what we were doing, 7 years old. You don't know what you're doing. Our rationale behind it was, well, when we're in relationships with women, we're really going to want to know how to do all this stuff. Like suck cock. I found that guy like years later. Years later, I found that guy on Facebook. I found him, I put in his name and found him. And he has like he's married. He has like 2 kids. He's been in the military. It's almost like he's lived his entire life to prove he never had his cock in my mouth. What you be repressing for? That's a 2 a.m. FB message to him. More about myself. There have only been 2 people that have actually caught me masturbating before. Only 2 people. I've caught 0 people. I've caught 0 people masturbating. I'm 0 for 2. The universe owes me at least 2 very graphic indiscretions. Until I see 2 people jerking off in shame, it has to be shame, I'm not knocking on any more doors. My little brother caught me masturbating. Little brother catches big brother masturbating. Little brother catches big brother masturbating. That's not how that power dynamic is supposed to work. He's not the one supposed to be sitting me down telling me everything is okay, we're all do it. That's my job. So now I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed with catching my little brother masturbating just so I can reestablish my birth-given right for dominance. Man. My stepdad caught me masturbating one time. Stepdad? That's hard. Your stepdad. He's only been in the family for about 4 years in. He's already seeing some shit. I wish my stepdad caught me masturbating like the normal way. Like just like an all-American way. Like he just like walked in the bathroom and I just had a Playboy magazine. Just an all-American boy. That's how I wished he caught me masturbating. He didn't catch me he caught me naked humping just one pillow on a school night. And it wasn't just that one pillow. I brought in other pillows from the house and set up around my first pillow just so that they could watch what I was doing to that first pillow. It's one thing to get caught masturbating the normal way, but he caught me enacting out my fantasy as a tantric sex god. Just the way I like it. Oh, man. Tantric sex god. I don't know. Even when I'm not having sex, I still feel like I have a pretty good time. You know, I filmed myself having sex 3 years ago, which has subsequently been my porn for the past 3 years. I finally have found an interesting, intriguing, relatable protagonist that I can root for. That be me on that screen. I'm all about that me porn. You guys know what me porn is? Me porn is a fictional website that does not exist that I wish did exist. Because it's different than you porn. Because it's not about you. It's about me. It's always been about me. I want to go to meporn.com and I want it to be exactly like youporn.com with a high quality search engine and different categories so I can find my preferred fetish. I want to go to the deep throating section because I want to see me deep throat me. I want to go to the lesbian section because I want to see me scissor me. I want to go to the cuckolding section because I want to watch me watching me fuck me. That's how invested I am. About that me porn. I don't know. I feel like just the idea that I don't know, sex has just been this haunting thing on my shoulder all the time. Like a year ago, I was having sex with this woman who was on the verge of becoming homeless, and she would tell me a lot of the times, Nicholas, if I have to be homeless, I can't do that. I can't stand in this dark worldly abyss anymore if I have to be homeless, and if I have to be homeless, I am just gonna kill myself. And I said to her, well, you can always stay here and live with me if you'd like. And she was like, no, I'm good. I'm good. But you just said you'd kill yourself if you had to be homeless. She's like, yeah, I know. In her defense, that isn't the best story to tell our children, how we met. Well, your mother and I, we were banging, and she just had no place else to go. I shut the door, I locked in, and I got her. We've been in love ever since. It's a dark joke. Are you capturing a woman in that joke, Nicholas? No. I don't know. I feel with just kind of suicide in general, I don't feel like we kind of treat people who we think will commit suicide with just don't treat them the way I want them to be treated. I just feel if you're worried that someone's gonna commit suicide, your instinct is to help them. But a lot of the time, someone will go up to someone who they think will commit suicide, and they'll address suicide, but they'll never actually use the word suicide. They're more likely to act out suicide than to use the word suicide. You're not gonna you're not gonna you're not gonna if they don't act out the word suicide, they'll most likely just replace the word suicide with those word that's just equally as just daunting, you're not gonna do anything crazy tonight, are you? Crazy. I hate the word crazy. You might as well just be saying wet and wild. You're not gonna do anything wet and wild tonight, right? We love you. Wet and wild. I actually don't think that having suicidal. Well, I don't think having depressed thoughts in general can be a bad thing a lot of the times. I think actually having you know what? I'll go as far to say that I don't think having suicidal thoughts can be a bad thing. I think as long as you know like how to channel it to like more like just don't commit suicide. Like actually just don't commit suicide. That's like the least productive thing you could do with your suicidal thoughts. I've written out actually a lot of suicide letters in my day. A lot of suicide letters, but I've never actually attempted to commit suicide. You know, I've just written the letter. In fact, I highly suggest that you write a suicide letter if you ever are planning on committing suicide, because I guarantee it will convince you not to commit suicide. I found out that the reason for my depression actually has nothing to do with me at all. It's everyone else. I am a very petty suicide letter writer. I will name names, I will point fingers, and there's no one off limits. There's enough blame to go around for everyone. Mother, brother, father, sister. I don't even have a sister. I'll make up your existence just to shift the blame. It makes me feel good to think that you'll feel bad after I die. It fills me with joy, actually. I want you to say to yourself, well, maybe I could have done more. Well, of course you could have done more. Not only are you specifically mentioned, but it's all outlined in paragraph 3.
Jeez.
Paragraph 3. I don't know what it is about, like, I think doing stand-up for such a long time is like you literally just like, you're streamlining your thoughts, and at the same time you're cataloging your thoughts. So like, I'm like an extreme narcissist or extremely insecure like all the time. Like I either feel like I want to commit suicide, or I feel so good about myself I might as well just commit suicide. You know, just from the social pressure. I don't know. Like I feel like I'm narcissist in the sense that I want to walk into a room full of myselves. Like, hey man, how you doing? What'd you eat today? What kind of spaghetti we talking here? Like I'm narcissist to the extent that I want to walk into a room full of myself, but I'm insecure in the fact that I wouldn't know who I was in that room. Like I don't know who I'd be if you're me. After all the spaghetti talk, it would just be a bunch of Nicky Moons just screaming, "Who am I?" Who am I? I don't know. I think about like the multiverse a lot. I like the idea of a multiverse. Infinite versions of myself. That's a little bit of a scary thought, just because I just don't like the idea of me competing with myself. You know, like, who has the better life out of multiple versions? Like, I just don't like the idea. Why would I want to compete with myself? That makes no sense. Like, what if it turns out, like, out of all infinite versions of myself, I'm the worst case scenario? Or an even more depressing thought, what if it turns out I'm the best case scenario? What if it turns out that there are infinite universes, but I only exist in one? As a narcissist, I like this idea much more than infinite versions of myself. Because this way I'm existentially exclusive. Infinity be inclusive, at least to me, because I be the only me. I'm a broken condom baby. I'm not supposed to be here. And that's the way I like it. Thank you guys very much. I'm Nicky Moon. Thank you.
Yay!